There's the birthday boy in the background. Oh, that's his board in there. Maybe I'll try and get that wave he just fell off.
After clocking up over 17,000 kilometres since Argentina, we crossed the border into Mexico, where we'd be spending just under 3 months. After so many border crossings through Central America, we were excited to get settled into a country and its culture without having to deal with all the faff, changing country, changing currency, working out exchange rates, and the new slang that people use in each place. During our first week in Mexico, we barely paid for anything. Everyone was so generous, welcoming and hospitable that we ended up being hosted by people every night. When we stayed, we would then say where we were planning to spend the next night, and we would be given a contact for the next stop. We don't have a too strict budget, and we are happy to camp wherever, but these evenings spent with our hosts are so great and wholesome. We stretched the limits of our Spanish conversation abilities, from the road ahead to second homes, the British royal family, and at one point even ending up at the topic of the menopause. At some points, people even came along to ride with us for a bit. We haven't seen many cycle tourists in Central America, but in the middle of nowhere, at a taco stand, we met Gustavo and David. Gustavo is from Guatemala City and was heading a few hundred kilometres north to a work stay, and David turned out to be a kite surfing instructor heading to La Ventana in Baja, where we also are headed. We decided to stick together and shared many great cycling days together. New energy in the group is always a great morale boost, and this got us through a couple of really tough, hot, long days. Any slight discomfort that usually was experienced after long days in the saddle disappeared as we chatted and got to know each other. As we hit the tail end of the rainy season in Mexico, we've managed to avoid the rain, and most days have been intensely hot and sunny. We try to leave at sunrise and often have to take a long break in the middle of the day for lunch and a siesta to avoid the worst heat. I'm on about 2 litres of fizzy drinks a day with at least 2 ice creams in between, without which I reckon I would just drop dead of being too hot. We have also been living off sopes, a fried tortilla with beans and cheese on top. Delicious. The waves have been not for the faint-hearted, and we stopped at the world-famous Puerto Escondido to watch. The quality of surfing was so high, and I hadn't seen anything quite like it before, so we ended up spending hours watching as we slowly turned into lobsters. I've found at every surf spot we check that the waves are either gigantic or tiny, which has been very frustrating at times, but we have struck gold in the past week with our friends Marco and Anna at La Ticla, Pasquale's friendly sister. Just arriving to La Ticla. It's been a long couple of months where we've had to be doing like 600 kilometre weeks, 120 kilometre days, but this kind of feels like reaching a checkpoint where we can slow down a bit, start enjoying it a bit more. We're starting to feel it. We're very sweaty, wet, dirty, just kind of looking forward to spending 5 or 6 days. We've got some friends there that we met in Peru, and we're going to spend some time chilling and just having a reset, really. Feels like lots of our stuff is falling apart and just needs some love and care, and we'll probably get some good waves in as well. In a few weeks' time, we will be kite surfing in Baja California with Abby and Liam, and now David. Before that, we have 800 kilometres or so to our ferry, with quite a few ups and downs. We are currently waiting out a tropical cyclone in La Ticla, and we'll be back on the road in the next few days.